Injuries. Dixon has a tricep strain, have an MRI in the morning. Trickle has a calf strain, he'll have an MRI in the morning. Jason Peters has a hamstring strain, he'll have an MRI in the morning. Absolutely terrible job by myself and my football team today. When you have the lead in the National Football League, you maintain the lead, you build on it, and you continue to score points when given the opportunity. But in all areas, we're terrible today. You have a lot of yards on offense. You don't punch it in. 2 for 7 in the red zone. Defense, you give up 3 scoring drives in the second half. And then our young kicker, he's got to figure it out too, just like everybody else on our football team. And when you have opportunities to score points, you score points. Time's yours.
This is the third straight game you've lost the lead in the fourth quarter. Do you still have confidence in the direction of the defense and the way it's being directed?
Well, if it was just a defensive game, I would tell you yes, but it's an offensive game too. So there's nobody's pointing fingers at anybody, right? We all need to take a look at each other and look in the mirror a little bit here and figure it out.
I feel like this is a game that your team can bounce back from it.
Yes.
The red zone didn't cash in a lot of times in the first half. In the second half, obviously, that came back to bite you. What are the issues at this point? This is 4 games. We're just kind of not punching it in all the time.
Well, they're all different reasons, but the bottom line is, I got to make sure I put the players in the right position to make the plays, and then we got to make the plays. Obviously, you add to it. We got to continue to work on our snap count, so we're not jumping off sides.
The last 3 fourth quarters, you guys have been outscored 36-0. What goes wrong in that fourth quarter?
Like I said, it's a variety of things. I wish I could tell you it was one thing. A variety of things.
How might play today?
Listen, none of us feel like we played very good. So,
I know you're upset at all, but you did have a large lead there in the second half. What happened on defense in the second half?
like I said, it's offense and defense. You can't sit on leads. You can't do that as a football team. And that's what I did with our team here, and we lost the game.
Andy, it's almost, I guess, cruelly ironic that David Akers would be here on the game that Henry missed 2 kicks. You guys decided to let him go. Any regrets at this point?
I'm not into irony, but it'll probably make a good story for you.
Andy, do you still think this is a playoff team?
Well, listen, we're trying to win football games. That's what we're trying to do. We're not worried about the playoffs right now. We're worried about winning football games.
Andy, you had a chance to obviously examine the last 2 fourth quarters where you lost the lead. What could you say happened in the last 2 fourth quarters that happened again in this fourth quarter that was the same in terms of just breakdowns? Is there anything that you saw that repeated itself?
Well, listen, yeah, we didn't score enough points offensively, and we didn't shut them down enough defensively. So that's the common denominator.
And in the first 3 games, you've been having a lot of success running LaShawn 2 tight end sets. You hardly used any today, and LaShawn, I think, ended up with just a handful of carries. Was that the plan going in, to go in a different direction?
We did what we did. I mean, you saw what we had in mind. I mean, we did what we had in mind. We just score more touchdowns.
Do you think the team has not been sharing your urgency? I mean, you're going into 2 more road games before the bye now. It's a very urgent time of year for you guys. Do you feel like that message is not getting into the locker room?
I've got to do a better job as a head football coach. It's my football team. I've got to do a better job with it.
You feel like the team is letting their guard down in the second half of the quarter?
Well, the bottom line is they scored too many points and we didn't score enough points in the second half. Bottom line. And that includes all of us.
Are you surprised that your team is at this state right now, considering the upgraded talent you have, the number of veterans that you have?
Hey, listen, you got to play as a football team. It's my responsibility to get the football team to play as a football team. So that's I don't care how much talent you have and all this. We've got to play as a football team. That's my responsibility to do that.
Andy, I know it's moments after a tough loss, try not to make rash decisions, but
So don't ask the question.
will there have to be some sort of changes made, staff, maybe how you do things?
Yeah, you were right in the first place. Don't ask the question.
Why does Nandi seem to have, he's not the player that we all want he was right now for the Eagles. Why do you think he's having those problems?
I don't feel that way. You know, we all need to do better. I mean, that's where we're at right now. It's not one guy, not one side of the ball. It's not what it is. We all need to do better.
That's one.
Do you think you're strong enough defensively up the middle now, this far into the season? It seems like when you give up big plays, it's always in the same spot, especially in the fourth quarter.
We'll continue to improve. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get better. Listen, it's not that one thing. That's not what it is. It's a conglomeration of things, and I got to get that right.